Well, here I am just outside of Frome this morning at a junction on a bridge. This is quite a heavily used bridge over the years, and I'm gonna have a few goes in this area and see if there is anything. It's quite shallow in places but also deepens out as well, so I'm looking forward to a good time. Excuse the traffic noise at the back, but it is still quite a busy route that goes over the top, and there always has been a busy route into Frome. Well, I have something on the end here in this really shallow patch, but you can see the sunlight reflecting off the water in the idyllic morning. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll see what we have on the end of it. You can see it there, just pulling it through the water, whatever it is. Well, it's quite a heavy, solid piece of something. I don't know what it is. It looks like it's almost got a grease nipple on the top of it, but it's curved off to one side. You can see it there. I don't know what actually it is, but whatever it is, it's interesting. Second throw in. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'll have to do some research on this one, I think. But still a different object, different every time. Great fun. Well, next throw in, and I've got something else. I can feel it. It's had a snatch. It's tugging away on it, and I don't know what this one is. You can see it coming out there. Could be anything really. Let's have a little look. Got two items on there, an angular piece of iron and an iron peg. Quite hefty. I don't know what they'd be used for, but it's quite interesting too. Obviously been in there for years looking at them. You can see on this throw in I've got a whole host of stuff. A gate hatch, little plates of metal, all sorts of bits, and some other stuff on the back. So quite interesting. I have to look into what these bits are, because when you stood here by the side of the river you don't often see what they are, so I'll give that a try. Here you can see inside the bridge there is a bat box to encourage the breeding of bats, which is a nice thing to see. And I didn't even notice it till just now, so that was good. The whole area is absolutely beautiful down here, very picturesque, and just off of a main road. But and I've got another snatch on the magnet, but it seems secondary to the just being out in this lovely countryside. Well, these are my finds so far here, and you can see that we've sorted various different pieces and shapes of iron that will need some further investigation to find out what they are. The magnet seems to get coated in a lot of cruddy stuff, but it's really good. I love this sort of magnet fishing out in the countryside. It's absolutely fantastic. Nothing to beat this, and some items of interest already. I've now come to this side of the bridge, which is a bit faster flowing. You can see the water here is gunning it down in comparison to the other side, because the other side came from an old mill race, but this side is just straight river. And have a few throws in here. Can't guarantee anything, but all good fun. Well, you can see on that throw in there I had a big coach bolt, must be 6 inches long, and a nice old piece of metal strapping as well. You can hear the brook babbling in the background and the cars roaring up and down, but nonetheless absolutely fantastic, apart from horns tooting and everything in the distance. Fantastic location. The River Frome. Well, although the water is running fairly shallow here and fast, I've just had a big snatch on, and we'll pull it up and see what we've got. It looks like some sort of a knife on the end, which I'm quite excited about. Let's have a see. Oh, there we are, it's coming up. And there's this nice old agricultural fencing tool end, I think, there, but lovely. Absolutely fantastic. History of the area in one item. Probably about 1890s. Lovely thing to have. What fun, eh? It doesn't get any better than this. The dream just does not get better than this. What fun. History, sunlight, playing by water. Can't beat it. There we are. History of the area. Absolutely wonderful. Hay knife, other bits. Doesn't get any better than this. Absolutely fantastic. Move down now to where the two streams meet into the River Froome. Two brook streams meet into the River Froome and carry on down into the river. So we're going to follow this bit here in the deep hole and work on down. See if we can see anything here. Hear that beautiful bird in the background. Fantastic, fantastic. Well, as I've been magnet fishing this stretch of the river, I can just see an old milk bottle down there. So I'll hook that out for my daughter. She really loves bottles, and see if it's an unusual one or not. I don't think it is, but I'm just going to put on my glove and hook it out. Here I go then. Try not to end up in the river. Oh, I might actually end up in there. Let's try it a bit differently. I'm not careful. Yeah, that's the milk bottle out. There it is there. So we'll have to clean up that later. But it's just the standard Express Dairies one. You can see the Express on there, but she'll love that. So there's a bottle for you, Natasha. Yeah. Well, I've just pulled this out. I've worked my way down the stream a bit, and I've pulled this out of the river a bit, I should say. And there's this beast here. So this is tapered post at the bottom, hollow at the top. Probably would have been used as a fencing post, so there it is, banged into the ground. But nice little piece of history of the area again. Well, this is what it is, a really gnarled old rusty pole. Iron, but you can see everything's congealed to it over a period of time. Quite artistic in its own way, but not any great history for the area, unlike the hay knife we had earlier, which was fantastic. So I'm going to follow the River Froome on to another couple of locations and see how we do there. So I said earlier I was leaving this fantastic little area, beautiful little part of the River Froome here, going on down and then goes under the Froome bypass, and I'm going to go on further down the river. I've now come to this old site on the edge of a nature reserve on the edge of the River Froome by an old mill race. I'm going to have a couple of throws in here and see if I can find anything. Just an old coach bolt head, but I keep on snatching on something really heavy just out there, and I can't seem to put it in, so I'm going to try on that a bit more before I move on. Well, after about an hour of trying to pull up this enormous snatch, I'm beginning to give up with it. It might just end up as being a mystery of the deep, but carry on for a few more minutes and see if I can pull it out. And it's not coming. Well, after 1 hour and 10 minutes, I've eventually got this massive beast to the side. Somehow I need to pull it out now and see actually what it is, but gosh, absolutely massive. Must weigh about 50 kilos. gigantic specimen of it. Don't know what it is, you can see it there, sort of blue painted wood on it. Totally different. Well, this is what it was. Weighs about 50 kilo. I had to pull it out with the magnet and then grapple it out for the last bit. Looks like it could be the back off of a small tractor trailer or something like that. It's just like metal splints on this end, and on the other end is just straightforward wood. But my biggest catch ever, and my gosh, that was an hour and a half of my life wasted trying to get that thing up, and there it is. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Strength of these magnets, beautiful day, beautiful area. So you can see there, can't beat it. But what a big find that is, absolutely humongous. No, I cannot take it home. There's the other side of it there with the wood and the lugs on each of the ends. So it probably came off of a tractor trailer. Absolutely massive, heavy, worn out. Whew. Good grief, fantastic. It's no better than this anytime. Just pulled out this piece of iron. It was in the stream, well, the river, at the nature reserve. Not particularly interesting, but yet another find. Down at this area here, another picturesque, tranquil spot. I found a lump of iron and looks like an old door hinge. Very old one by the looks of it too. Piece of old pram framework there, and on the back an old hook. Probably an old pram turned into a go-kart. Rest of it chucked in the river years ago. That's my dream on it anyway. There we are, RS magnet fishing. I'd love this old one. Nice old railway bolt and another piece of pram framework. There's my finds at this spot. Just rusted pieces of really, but some of them may be of some interest. To know what this one is here. So look, no, unsure totally. Something that's just become rusted away in time. But that's my finds at this spot. Move on one more spot and then home. I'm just going to do down by this old road bridge now that crosses the river Froome into Froome. And here by the traffic is a very busy bridge, and just see if I bring up anything of interest here. That's it. I'm down at the water's edge now, so here we are by the old colour oil mill site. A piece of iron, and of course it is a spring. Great big hefty lump of iron, weighs about 2 kilos. Might have been from the old mill there in the background, who knows. My first really decent bullet there, you can see, nice bullet casing. It's got on the metal bit on the end, but absolutely fantastic. Wasn't expecting that. Bottle top and piece of old something, but a nice old bullet case in there too. Very good. My first proper brass and metal bullet casing. 2.2 or the Enfield, that sort of size. All that stuff in just one throw, absolutely amazing. Lots of bits of bolts and everything. Great finds. My last finds of the day, just some hefty bits of iron, but what a wonderful day. Go back home now and carry on living the dream.